Good evening. We're going to start the meeting now. Please stand for the entrance of the colors.
Good evening. Please join with me as we salute our nation's flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Present arms.
I would like at this time to introduce Goti Shirsaga and Amy Wallison from the School of Technology, who will sing for us our national anthem. Ladies.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does the star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Forward arms. Right face. Forward arms.
Please remain standing while Reverend Michael Muller of St. Peter's Episcopal Church in Mountain Lakes gives the invocation.
Let us pray. Dear provident and loving God, you are the source of all life and goodness, and we bless you for all that you have given us. We bless you tonight for these servants of our county, whom you have raised up as wise and steady stewards for the people of Morris. We thank you for their tireless and fiscally responsible contributions in bettering our public safety, education, shared community services, and human and health services to the elderly and all those in need or strife. We pray you, dear God, to continue to bless the sheriff and these freeholders with wisdom and discernment, the thirst for justice and the welfare of your people, and an ability to work with one another with confidence, peace, and joy. We pray that in this new year you may grant them each success in all they undertake, and that both in this life and in the life to come, you may reward them for the service that they do unto others. All this we ask in the sake of your most holy name, that was, is, and will be forever. Amen.
The notice of this meeting held the third day of January 2020 has been provided through resolution adopted by the board on October 23rd, 2019, and by electronic mailing to the Star Ledger, the Daily Record, and the Record, through posting on the county website and by filing a copy of same with the Morris County Clerk and the Clerk of this board. I have received from the Morris County Board of County Canvassers a certificate showing the determination of the election of Douglas R. Cabana as freeholder for a term of 3 years, Catherine A. DiFilippo as freeholder for a term of 3 years, Thomas J. Mastrangelo as freeholder for a term of 3 years, James M. Gannon as sheriff for a term of 3 years, and Heather J. Darling as surrogate for a term of 5 years, and then I place said certificates on file. At this time, I ask Douglas R. Cabana to come forward to take the oath of office for freeholder. Officiating will be Senator Anthony M. Bucco, and holding the Bible will be his sister Amy Bucco.
Happy New Year, everyone. It is certainly an honor for me to swear in Doug tonight for an unprecedented 8th term on the Freeholder Board. His leadership throughout the years here in Morris County and of this board have left its mark on Morris County and will continue to leave its mark for the years to come. So it's my honor to swear him in tonight. Do you, Douglas Cabana, solemnly swear that you will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey, and that you will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, and to the governments established in the United States and in this state, under the authority of the people, so help you God?
I will.
Do you further solemnly swear that you will impartially and justly perform all of the duties of the office of Morris County Freeholder to the best of your ability, so help you God?
I will.
Congratulations.
I'd like to take a brief moment to thank everyone for allowing me the opportunity to serve my 8th term as freeholder. When I started back, when I sworn in this room in April 1997, I never believed that I would be here all of these years and serve with so many fantastic public servants. But I'll be honest, this is the most fun job in government. It is the best job, it's the least understood, but it's the one where you can actually make an impact on people's lives every day. So I thank all of you for allowing me the opportunity to do this for 3 more years. Thanks.
At this time, I ask Catherine A. DiFilippo to come forward and to take the oath of office for freeholder. Officiating will be her husband and Roxbury Township Mayor Bob DiFilippo, and holding the Bible will be her brother, retired Air Force Chief Master Sergeant Andrew Sitterly, and her granddaughter Liliana, along with her daughter Laura Jean and sister-in-law Lisa.
I don't often get a chance to have Kathy repeat after me, so I appreciate that. And we're very honored, I'm very honored to be swearing her in, and we're happy to share her with Morris County. We're very proud of her in our family.
I, Catherine DiFilippo,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same and to the governments established in the United States,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
and to the governments established
and to the government established
in the United
in the
States
United States
and in this state,
and in this state,
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully,
and that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly perform
and justly perform
all the duties of the office
all the duties of the
of
office
freeholder of the County of Morris
of freeholder of the County of Morris
according to the best of my abilities.
according to the best of my abilities.
So help me God.
So help me God. Thank you. I just want to say thank you to the voters of Morris County for providing me with my third term as a freeholder. I look forward to continuing the work I'm doing, and I'll just say thank you once again.
At this time, I ask Thomas J. Mastrangelo to come forward to take the oath of office for freeholder. Officiating will be his daughter, Passaic County Assistant Prosecutor Brittany Mastrangelo, and holding the Bible will be his wife Debbie, along with his sons Chris and Michael, and in-laws Barbara and Jerry Speziali.
There's the cameras.
After watching my dad be sworn in a couple times now, I'm really honored to be swearing you in myself. Dad, we're so proud of you. Repeat after me. I, Thomas J. Mastrangelo,
I, Thomas J. Mastrangelo,
do solemnly swear
solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
and to the governments established in the United States
and to the governments established in the United States
and in this state,
and in this state,
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform
that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform
all the duties of the office of freeholder of the County of Morris,
all the duties of freeholder of the County of Morris,
according to the best of my abilities,
according to the best of my abilities,
so help me God.
so help me God. Well, Brittany, thank you. That's a very proud moment as your dad to have your daughter swear you in for such a great office as freeholder. And Doug's starting his 8th term. I'm starting my 4th, and I don't know where the time has gone. It's been a great experience, and I'm looking forward to serving the people, 500,000 people here in Morris County. And I just want to thank everybody for being here. And God bless.
Ask James M. Gannon to come forward to take the oath of office for sheriff. Officiating will be the Honorable Stuart A. Minkowitz, and holding the Bible will be his daughter Kate, along with his son-in-law Matt and grandchildren Luca and Ellen.
And Sheriff, will you repeat after me, please? I, James M. Gannon,
I, James M. Gannon,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
and to the governments
and to the government
established in the United States
established in the United States
and in this state
and in this state,
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully,
and that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly
and justly
perform all of the duties
perform all of the duties
of the office of Morris County Sheriff
of the office of Morris County Sheriff
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability,
so help me God.
so help me God. 2.5 minutes of your time. A special thank you to my lovely family who you just met up here. I'm very blessed. I have a beautiful daughter, Kate, Matt, my son, not my son-in-law, right? Luca and Ella, that are my life. A special thank you to my brother Kevin, the chairman of the board of our family, who's here. My girlfriend Lisa, who's there for me all the time, and my executive assistant Nancy Carfaro, and all my friends here for all your support. And of course, it's not possible without the assignment judge, Stuart Minkowitz, who is a tremendous man for this vicinage and is a great partner in a lot of projects that we're doing in 2020. I'm honored, as you know, to be the 77th Sheriff of Morris County. It's a dream come true for me. I'm very blessed to have the best leadership team that anyone can ask for, the best in the business. I have an Under Sheriff Mark Spitzer in the Bureau of Law Enforcement, an Under Sheriff Alan Robinson in the Bureau of Corrections. I have Chief Zenowitz, who I may say is the only female chief in Morris County, just saying. I have Ward Chris Klein, and I have our Chief Warrant Officer, Rich Rose. They are the best leadership team. They make it look easy, but they're phenomenal, and I couldn't do it without them. I'm the luckiest man alive to lead 327 men and women of the Morris County Sheriff's Office who provide all the specialized police services in this county. They conduct legal work, they protect the judiciary, and over 600,000 visitors to this campus each year. I can't thank them enough. During my first term, you saw the launch of Hope One, where we've had over 10,000 contacts recently, a program that is designed to assist people with addiction and mental health issues. So far, off the truck, direct treatment, 157 have gone to rehab and recovery directly off the street, 123 to mental health services. Over 2,200 people have been trained in the use of Narcan, and we can account for 40 lives saved through that Narcan. And we just won international acclaim by the International Association of Chiefs of Police. And as you know, this is being modeled all over, right? The city of Newark, Monmouth County, Atlantic County, and now we're turning on Boston. So they're next online. So all good stuff. You saw the Hope Wing at the Morris County Correctional Facility for addiction. You saw the STAR program, which is a reentry program. We're trying to knock down recidivism. We have Triple Crown accreditation. Whether it's healthcare, corrections, or law enforcement, we're fully accredited. You saw a very solid shared service agreement with Sussex County, and we're looking for more partners out there in the future. You saw our continued concern for school violence and the launch of RSVP, Responsible School Violence Prevention. That was a partnership done with the Board of Chosen Freeholders. You know, you can have great ideas, but you need that funding source sometimes to get things accomplished, and they've been great partners here with me, as is our County Administrator, John Benon. But in RSVP, in Responsible School Violence Prevention, we rolled out 3 different programs. An app that you can report suspicious behavior before the incident occurs. 81% of the time there's an incident of school violence, there's leakage in the case. Someone knew about it or afraid to come forward. So we got an app to plug that hole. Then we have BTAM, right? Behavioral Threat Assessment Management Curriculum, so that once the threat comes in, it can be evaluated appropriately with the nation's experts on how to handle those matters. And third, we hope we don't need it, is tactics. Okay? We have a full-time SWAT team called the Sheriff's Emergency Response Team that is in the community, focused on school and other critical and soft targets. We are out there tonight, as we speak, protecting religious freedom. You saw our reassurance patrols, where we regularly patrol houses of worship in this county, an ever-changing number, but about 318 different houses of worship. And I don't have to tell you, this country and this world has changed, and we need to stay focused on that. We've performed property checks over 10,000 times on those locations. I have true cops assigned to New Jersey State Police Opioid Task Force, the IRS Criminal Division for Money Laundering, the Office of Emergency Management Special Operations Group, and our Family Justice Center for survivors of domestic violence in this county, and of course my alma mater, the New Jersey Newark Division of the FBI's Joint Terrorism Task Force. We've had a very positive approach to the LGBTQ plus community, where I have agency liaisons in the community. This is all done within budget, while returning millions of dollars from our legal section and our shared service agreement to the County of Morris. 2020 will be a great year for the Sheriff's Office as we continue our focus on counterterrorism, addiction and mental health services, partnerships with the faith-based community, enhanced reentry programs, even greater partnerships with our public safety and private sector communities, and other shared service opportunities. Lastly, you will see our staff volunteer to be big brothers and big sisters for some cool young people that need a little support. I wish you a very joyful 2020. Remember, Morris County truly puts the unity in community. God bless you all.
I'm going to ask Heather J. Darling to come forward to take the oath of office for Surrogate. Officiating will be the Honorable Stuart A. Minkowitz, and holding the Bible will be Laurel Whitney and Ray Taman.
You raise your right hand and you repeat after me. I, Heather J. Darling,
I, Heather J. Darling,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
and to the governments
and to the governments
established in the United States
established in the United States
and in this state
and in this state
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully,
and that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly
and justly
perform all of the duties
perform all of the duties
of the office of Morris County Surrogate
of the office of Morris County Surrogate
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my abilities,
So help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations.
Wow, a lot of people came in since I sat down. I didn't realize this. So the first words that I need to say tonight are thank you. Thank you to the people of Morris County for putting your faith in me, not once, but twice. The job of surrogate is an incredibly important one that will affect the lives of literally every single person in this county at some point in time. So you encounter the sheriff if maybe someone in your family or yourself needs help. You encounter the freeholders if you have an issue, or sometimes we used to bring, they bring now, people before the board to be honored. But the surrogate handles guardianship, adoption, and probate. To some degree the first two, but probate is as certain as taxes in this world. So that's how literally every person will come before the surrogate's office. Because of the importance of this office in the lives of our citizens, it's an absolute honor that you placed your trust in me. That being said, in spite of the importance, the office remains relatively unknown. And that's odd for an office where such important issues are resolved. The prior surrogate, John Pecoraro, did an incredible job running the office for 25 years. His ideas, along with those of his staff, many of whom are actually here today, transformed the office into what it is today. And I wish John well in his retirement. Today's January 3rd, 2020. We close one decade and begin the next. Today, things are very different than they were 25 years ago. In the 1990s, when John Pecoraro transformed the office. Now it's my turn to bring the office into this century and into the next decade. My first program is something that I discussed while I was campaigning, which is affordable legal services for those who can't afford them at a very important time in their lives. I worked with the Morris County Bar to bring this program to you at no cost whatever to the Morris County taxpayers. That program is being finalized as we speak, and we expect it to be available by next week. That's the first of many things to come. The next great thing you'll see is the Morris County Surrogates Handbook. We'll be back again with updates and some great links to fraud prevention as it relates to probate. This is one of the other issues that I wanted to tackle and make sure that seniors and others going to probate are not taken advantage of. There's much more, and I'm very excited about it. So yesterday, I spent my first full day working as the surrogate, and I'm blessed that John left me with a very wonderful and knowledgeable staff And I'm really honored that so many of them came today to support me in my swearing in. Thank you all for being here. They were all working hard to see that the transition between surrogates took place without any impact on the people of Morris County that need those very important services. And it was an honor to see them do that and to know that I'm going to be working with them. I want to thank the county administrator, the department heads, and all of the employees that I worked with as freeholder here in Morris County. I know that each and every one of them does their best every day to make and keep Morris County a great place for us all to live. I want to thank the members of the freeholder board seated behind me that I had the honor and pleasure of working with. There are some very important things that the freeholders are involved in. Some are much more public than others, and some are much more ceremonious. I believe that our 9/11 remembrance and Memorial Day remembrance are the most ceremonious. And while we may not have always agreed on everything, we always worked well together. It's most evident during these solemn ceremonies that we work seamlessly, along with the administration, the staff, and others to ensure that the people of our county have the most honorable and dignified ceremony possible. It is this same effort that these people bring to their work and deliberations that are much less public. Finally, I thank the people who helped bring me to this place, because no one gets to this place, which is standing here in front of all of you in this room, being sworn in to an office that's so important on their own. I have the help of so many people from the moment that I announced, and I appreciate each and every one of them and their support. There are people in this room who knocked on doors for me and spoke to people about me and my candidacy. There are people who stuffed envelopes, put them in the mail with stamps on them. There are people who drove vehicles with my likeness around the county for 9 months, which, I mean, that's really asking a lot. There are people who created media pieces, who participated in campaign photos and videos, who put out signs, who put my signs on their lawn, who picked up signs. It's amazing. And then there were people who coordinated all that and put all that together so that I could be here. And there are also a couple people here who pushed and pulled every single day when I got tired, and when we got some unexpected news and thought that the train might go off the tracks, they helped keep me grounded so that the train stayed on the tracks and I got to my final destination. So I want to thank each and every one of you. And there are people here tonight, new friends, old friends, friends of 20 years. Special guest, again, my friend Larry Thunderfoot Curitan, pro fighter over here, who was here when I was sworn in as freeholder, along with several others. And I thank you all for your support, for your friendship, for being here with us all tonight to celebrate this. And I thank you for the continued opportunity to serve all of you as Morris County Surrogate. Thank you.
I will now call the roll for attendance. Freeholder Cabana?
Here.
Freeholder DiFilippo? Here. Freeholder Kirkus?
Here.
Freeholder Mastrangelo?
Here.
Freeholder Shaw?
Here.
Freeholder Smith? Here. Quorum is established. Nominations for director for 2020 are in order.
I nominate Deborah Smith for Director of the Year 2020.
I second the motion.
Roll call, Freeholder Cabana?
Yes.
Freeholder DiFilippo?
Yes.
Freeholder Kirkus?
Yes.
Freeholder Mastrangelo?
Yes.
Freeholder Shaw?
Yes.
Freeholder Smith?
Yes.
Deborah Smith is duly elected.
May I have a nomination for Deputy Director?
I would like to move the appointment of Stephen Shaw to be the Deputy Director for 2020.
I second the motion.
Roll call.
Freeholder Cabana?
Yes.
Freeholder DiFilippo?
Yes.
Freeholder Kirkus?
Yes.
Freeholder Mastrangelo?
Yes.
Freeholder Shaw?
Yes.
Director Smith?
Yes. I'd like to ask our Ragamuffins to acknowledge our elected officials who have joined us here tonight.
And first, I would ask if I could for a round of applause for both Stephen Shaw and Deborah Smith. On behalf of the Freehold Board, I'd like to thank all of you for being here tonight, and I'd like to thank some of the people involved in tonight's event. The Morris County Sheriff's Honor Guard presenting our colors, and our bagpiper prosecutor's Captain Robert McNally. Our two young singers, Amy Willison, and her name is Godi Shirsagar. Reverend Michael Muller, rector of St. Peter's Episcopal Church in Mountain Lakes, for presiding and blessing this celebration. Our clerk of the board, Deborah Lynch, and her staff, Tricia Fitzpatrick and Lucinda Lynch, Deb and her team. And always lurking around here somewhere is our buildings and grounds chief, Chris Walker, and his team who put this all together. I don't know where he is, but if you need him, he'll be here. So Chris Walker and his team. Also, I'd like to briefly acknowledge our dignitaries who are here tonight. So if you could, and please feel free to applaud. You don't have to hold your applause. I did see Congresswoman Mikey Sherrill of the 11th District. Congresswoman, are you here? Or she was outside, so Congresswoman Mikey Sherrill. Senator Tom Kane Jr., 21st District. 25th Legislative District, Senator Anthony Bucco. And Assemblywoman Ora Dunn. Our 26th District, Senator Joe Pinocchio. Joe. And Assemblywoman Betty Lou DeCroce. From the 40th District, I believe I saw Assemblyman Christopher DePhillips. Right in plain sight there, I see that. Constitutional officers, please welcome Morris County Clerk Ann Grassi and Sheriff Tim Gannon, who took the oath of office. A pleasure to welcome Surrogate Heather Dorrance. Morris County Prosecutor Fred Knapp. And First Assistant Prosecutor Tom Zalante. And also our former county surrogate, a friend for a long time, John Pecoraro. John? Morris County and Sussex County Superior Court Assignment Judge Stuart Minkowitz. For the freeholders, number 7, Frank Drexler. And freeholder Gene File. Gene, raise your hand. John Inglesino. John is somewhere here. And John Setti. And last but not least, as we get down this list, CCM County College of Morris President Tony Iacona. And Scott Moffitt, the Superintendent of the Morris County Vocational School District. Thank you all. Thank you for coming today.
Thank you, Larry. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to the 2020, another decade, stated annual meeting of the Morris County Board of Chosen Freeholders. Thank you all for coming here tonight and joining us. And I wish everyone a healthy and prosperous new year. Congratulations to Doug Cabana, Kathy DiFilippo, and Tom Mastrangelo on their re-election to the Freeholder Board. I look forward to continued working with you. And congratulations to Heather Darling as our new county surrogate, and Jim Gannon for his second term as county sheriff. I'd like to thank our administrator, John Benani, and Deputy Administrator Dina Leary, and to all our county employees for all their hard work during 2019. They make this county shine. Let's give them a hand. I look forward to working with all of you and to making 2020 a productive year for county government. It is an honor for me to serve as Freeholder Director for 2020, and and I thank my associates for electing me this. My goals this year are to make decisions that benefit all residents of Morris County, to keep close watch on spending while delivering critical public safety and quality of life services that make Morris County the #1 county in New Jersey by far. Let's look at just a few of the facts. Morris County has the #1 county park system in New Jersey. We are a statewide leader in open space and farmland preservation. We're the #1 healthiest county in New Jersey and a statewide leader in recycling. We have a top-rated AAA bond rating, and we're ranked by USA Today in the top 25 counties to live in the United States. Not to mention our top-rated county college and vocational school district. The Freeholder Board is intent in 2020 to maintain and improve these top rankings. We know we have a lot of work ahead of us and projects and look forward to your participation and collaboration. But we are here tonight to celebrate the new year, to spend some time with you, our friends and families and supporters, so we'll save the details for coming weeks and months. I'd like to thank my colleagues for their service to county residents. Doug, for your 22 years of service as freeholder and the past 3 years as board director, and for setting an excellent tone for county government. Heather, for serving as deputy director and for involvement in so many facets of government, and good luck as county surrogate. Tom, for being an integral member of our capital budget committee that has carefully monitored the courthouse project. And Kathy, for your devotion to human service needs and leading our stigma-free efforts for residents with mental health and addictions issues, and for your role on the North Jersey Transportation Planning Agency. John, for your financial leadership, always ensuring that our county taxpayers are considered first when it comes to county government. And Steve, for your first-year leadership for our infrastructure county to ensure we maintain a first-rate, top-quality road and bridge network, and also for efforts on open space and historic preservation. In closing, I would like to change the subject for a moment. The Freeholder Board is distressed by the violence we have been observing across our state and region and nation against the Jewish and other religious communities. To show our unified opposition to such violence and support for all members of our community, we are sponsoring a Morris County Community Rally Against Hate. It will be held next Thursday, January 9th at 5 p.m. at the Gottesman Academy, 146 Dover-Chester Road in Randolph. We will be joined by the sheriff and prosecutor and clergy from across the county representing various faiths as we take a stand against hatred. Once again, on behalf of the entire Freeholder Board, thank you for your support and have a happy new year. And I would like to ask Deputy Director Stephen Shaw to give his message.
Thank you. Happy New Year, everybody. And I see we're losing the crowd rapidly, so I'm going to cut my 20 minutes back to about 2 minutes. It's really hard to believe that a year's passed since I took the oath of office, and it truly is an honor and a privilege to serve. And I'm looking forward to my expanded role as Deputy Director. I think we all intuitively know that Morris County is a great place to live, work, and play. But if we just keep repeating the words, it sounds like a slogan that some communications director came up with. I don't know where Larry is, but sorry about that. I think it's important to take pause and look at the facts. We talk about living in Morris County. About 500,000 people live in Morris County. The USA Today ranked us as the best in New Jersey and top 25 in the United States. When we talk about working in Morris County, approximately 300,000 people are employed in Morris County by about 15,000 firms. Median household income is the second highest in the state. The workforce and our businesses are supported by a robust infrastructure and a public works program that includes paving, bridge repair, and the rebuilding and upgrading of our 15 miles of railroad lines. Yes, we own and operate 3 railroad lines. And talking about playing, my dad always used to say living in this area is like being on vacation 365 days a year. And that's actually how he justified never taking us on vacation. But it really is true. And it's supported, as we stated before, by the largest county park system in the state and our Open Space Trust Fund, which celebrated 25 years this year in the preservation of 17,000 acres in 38 municipalities. In 2019 alone, we approved 41 grants totaling over $5.6 million for 29 historic preservation projects, 164 acres of open space, and 2.6 miles of trails. So as you can see, the words are not just a slogan. So how does Morris County do it? Well, it really begins with a foundation of selfless volunteers. There's over 225 citizens that we'll be appointing tonight to serve on numerous boards and commissions. Many of these groups leverage their efforts by working in concert with many not-for-profits that operate in the county. Then the volunteers are supported by county personnel, all overseen by our county administrator and his staff. We are so fortunate to have such a dedicated and talented workforce, and I want to publicly thank you for all that you do for our county. And that brings me to the Freeholder Board. First, I want to congratulate Freeholders Cabana, Mastrangelo, and DiFilippo on starting another term, and to our new Freeholder Director, Deborah Smith. I think it's interesting, though. We each bring a different skill set, institutional knowledge, and personality to the Freeholder Board. I've enjoyed getting to know all of you in my first year and working together on various projects. We may not always agree, but to me, that's a strength that makes us a better institutional body. I sincerely look forward to another productive year. I want to congratulate Surrogate Darling and the best of luck in her new role, wherever she went. Of course, the Sheriff, great to see you back for another term, and I look forward to working with you. And last but not least, I got that line from you, Tom. I want to thank my wife, Cindy, for supporting me and putting up with all the hours away from home and work. I couldn't do this job without you. And John, it's not really too much consolation when you tell me that the county will pay for divorce services if this job brings about those proceedings. I hate to tell you that. But once again, thank you all so much for being here tonight, and God bless.
Okay, Steve, you just embarrassed me. I did. I'd like to recognize my husband, Stephen Smith. And I wouldn't be here, I wouldn't be in New Jersey even, if it wasn't for him. So thank you, Steve. I have Steve there and Steve there. All right, I'd like a motion to approve our resolutions.
So moved.
Second?
I'll second it.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Freeholder Cabana?
Yes to all.
Freeholder DiFilippo?
Yes to all.
Freeholder Crickus?
Yes to all.
Freeholder Mastrangelo?
Yes to all.
Deputy Director Shaw?
Yes to all.
Director Smith?
Yes. And now I'll ask for...
Excuse me, I'm going to interrupt. Yes to all, staying on 46.
I'd like to ask my fellow freeholders some comments, starting with Freeholder Cabana.
Thank you, Director. And good evening, everyone, and thank you for coming to this evening's meeting. Special congratulations to my running-mates Kathy DiFilippo, Tom Mastrangelo, and to Sheriff Jim Gannon and our new surrogate Heather Darling. I'd also like to congratulate Deb Smith and Steve Shaw as Director and Deputy Director, and thank the entire board and county staff who supported me during the past 3 years as Freeholder Director. I'm proud to be the liaison to Lowell Public Safety for 2020. Residents of Morris County should be very confident in safety and emergency response preparations that have been established over the past few years to have all of our 39 municipalities ready to deal with any possibility. I'd like to speak briefly about a few of our accomplishments. The EMS pilot program made 2,500 emergency medical responses in 2019, filling critical local gaps countywide. The Alert Morris emergency notification system, now used by 22 of our 39 towns, was employed 3,500 times in 2019 to notify 2.6 million contacts of various situations. In 2019, Morris County OEM created a training program for the Morris County Rescue Task Force, which has been developed to cross-train EMTs, firefighters, and police to deal with intense emergency situations. In 2020, Morris County will continue to expand its coordinated emergency dispatch system with 31 of the 39 municipalities now participating in this county service. Briefly, let me give you a few numbers about our police fire training academy. 3,530 firefighters took mandatory classes. We graduated 173 police and corrections officers, and more than 5,000 police officers attended in-service training and firearm range services. An increasingly volatile world, which no community or town or county is immune from, is more than important than we need ever prepared. You have our commitment that this freeholder board will continue to work closely with our sheriff, prosecutor, local police, fire, and first response communities to do all we can to keep our residents safe. Once again, I'd like to thank everyone for being here tonight, and happy 2020.
Thank you, Doug. I'd like to call on Freeholder DiFilippo now.
Thank you. Good evening and Happy New Year. Thank you so much for coming out tonight for our annual meeting. Congratulations to my freeholder colleagues, Doug Cabana, Tom Mastrangelo. Congratulations to Sheriff Gannon, and congratulations to Heather Darling as our new surrogate. As the liaison to the Board for Human Services, I want to focus briefly on a few accomplishments in this vital area of county government. Last year, I told you that we were going to launch a social services on wheels program called Navigating Hope. In the first 6 months, our Navigating Hope team has served over 1,000 individuals, visited over 95 locations, and 29 municipalities in Morris County. Last year, I also reported that we opened a satellite office for temporary assistance in Dover back in 2017, and that we were rapidly outgrowing this space. I'm pleased to report that the office is relocating to a larger building in Dover, and it will be uniquely situated with other providers such as Hope House, the Morris County Office of Hispanic Affairs, and Probation. But our team is also hopeful to engage other partners to this location to create a local continuum of care. In October of 2018, the Morris County Board, we launched a store reentry program at the Morris County Jail, which you heard the sheriff reference. In the past year, that program has served 198 individuals housed in the jail with a 1-year post-release case management for 65 of those individuals. In 2020, we look to model this program in our courts. Also last year, through our Veteran Service Office, the county team assisted over 3,000 veterans in various efforts, including assistance with over 350 VA claims. But with all of our success, we continue to look forward and plan for our future. That brings me to the 2020 census. The county has put together a complete count committee to ensure that every attempt is made to count all the people who call Morris County their home. We will be working with local providers and municipalities to reach the hard-to-count communities in the Morris County. And I should mention that we also were awarded almost $100,000 grant for those efforts for the Complete Count program. In conclusion, our human service team, and that's what they are. It's not one individual, but it's a team of people throughout Morris County that work together and do a remarkable job for this county's neediest residents. I'm proud to be a freeholder liaison to the Human Services Department, and I look forward to continuing our momentum to bring services out to our residents. Thank you. And thank you.
Now I'd like to call upon Freeholder Mastrangelo for his comments.
Okay, thank you. Once again, thank you for attending this event tonight. Happy New Year, everyone that's here, and everyone who left. But special thanks to my wife. Special thanks to my wife Debbie for supporting me in every part of my life, my daughter Brittany for swearing me in tonight, and it's a great experience. My son Michael for always being there, and last but not least, my son Christopher, who worked very hard to get me elected, and also to help in our campaign. Thank you to my in-laws, Jerry and Barbara Spezial, and Uncle Vinny, who's here tonight, and his boyfriend Matt, who also attended. Congratulations to Sheriff Gannon and Surrogate Darling, and to my freeholder colleagues, all who were sworn in tonight. I am proud to say that I'm starting my 10th year serving 500,000 people in Morris County, and I intend to continue to battle for you to ensure that we maintain our great and affordable quality of life as the #1 county in New Jersey and the top 43 counties in the country for one of the best fiscally managed. I will continue in 2020 to be liaison to economic development. I'd like to briefly talk about economic progress in our county. Morris County is home to 800 company headquarters. It has more than 28,000 businesses and employs 390,000 people. Gross regional product is an impressive number of $60 billion, which is larger than the GRPs of 5 states. Morris County is home to Fortune 1000 and Fortune 500 companies and is a magnet for high-paying jobs in professional, scientific, and life science professions. It's nice to know that the companies like Novartis, Bayer, Accenture, Barclays, and ADP are all our neighbors. Great news for 2020 is that many companies have relocated to the county, renewed their leases, and or expanded in Morris County, such as Davis and Rico. Notable corporate relocations and expansions include the likes of UPS, Langdon, and Allegan, which have or will relocate thousands of employees to Morris County. Despite these successes, we realize the competitiveness of the other regions, and we must continue to champion a thriving business community. Importantly, economic development is just not investing in business, but it's investment in the people and communities here in our county. A strong economy provides families with jobs, ensures that we have great schools, the best park system in New Jersey, a terrific county library, well-maintained roads and bridges, and the best safety and security offered in any county in our state. As chairman of the Capital Budget Committee and co-liaison of Public Works, I can tell you that in 2019, I can tell you that we have invested wisely in our transportation network, making Morris County the infrastructure county in New Jersey. In 2019, we paved more than 30 miles of county roads, completed numerous bridge and upgrade replacements. And in 2020, we will continue to pave roads, build more bridges, and maintain our infrastructure. I was proud to serve on the committee which moved the wheels in motion for the Morris County Courthouse Expansion Project. This multi-million-dollar project will provide quality court facilities that will maintain Morris County's standing as the judicial hub of North Jersey, benefiting county residents, the legal community, our local businesses, creating many jobs, especially for those in the construction and labor trades. As co-liaison for law and public safety, I can tell you that I have and will continue to work closely and strongly with the sheriff and the prosecutor on important projects like the RSVP3 program to make our schools safer, the Hope One Mobile Addictions Program, and Narcan training to deal with the opioid epidemic that we continue to battle. We also have Wheeled Out the County's navigating Hope Mobile Social Service Vehicle, which has traveled across the county many times as a partner with Hope One to help our residents in need. It will continue to ensure our county college maintains its ranking as one of the best colleges in the country and does so in a fiscally responsible manner that taxpayers can expect. In January 2019, CCM broke ground for the Advanced Manufacturing and Engineering Center. This facility will fully prepare our students for newer and good-paying jobs. It also has a response to the workforce demands of the county and regional employers and addressing the need for skilled workers with the most up-to-date training. As economic development liaison, I look forward to working very closely with the college and our business community to ensure the center's success. These are just some of the ancillary benefits of having a strong economy here in Morris County. I commit that I will continue to be a leader on these and other important issues in 2020. Once again, I'd like to thank you for attending tonight and wish you a happy, healthy, and successful 2020.
Thank not least, Freeholder Curtis.
Hey, thank you, and don't worry, my wife is giving me the high sign to make this short, so we're good. Happy New Year, everyone. Congratulations to our new Freeholder Director, Deborah Smith, and to Freeholder Stephen Shaw for taking on the role of Deputy Director. Best wishes to everyone being sworn in tonight, Freeholder Cabano, DeFilippo, Master Angelo, Surrogate Darling. And if you're out there, best sheriff in the USA, Sheriff Gannon. Yep, he's out there talking. Okay. Also, special thanks to my family. One daughter, Casey, is away at college, but my wife, Carolyn, and my daughter, Kelly, are here. Raise your hand a little bit. All right there. It is a great honor to serve as a Morris County Freeholder, especially at this time where New Jersey has two starkly different visions of how to govern. So let me be clear. If you believe in higher taxes, higher spending, crumbling infrastructure, if that's the basis of how you're going to decide which county to live in, Morris County is not your county. However, if you believe, as this Freeholder Board believes, in smaller government that works, Morris County is for you. As you've heard tonight, Morris County is at the top or near the top in so many categories. We can say that Morris County is the best run county in New Jersey by far. On the most important issue of property taxes, of 21 counties, Morris County has the third lowest property taxes. So if you want those high property taxes, go to the east and you'll pay 70% more in county property taxes. Let me just go over a few financial measures for the past 10 years. We just ended the decade. In 10 years, Morris County reduced debt by $38 million. And the total budget increased for the entire decade by only 2%. That's right, for the entire decade, only 2%. Well, actually, if you round that on an annual basis, it rounds down to zero in calculation. All this was achieved while increasing surplus by $13 million, and surplus is critical to maintaining our record AAA rating for 44 years. That's longer than you've been here, though. 44 years, AAA rating. The conservative small government approach that Morris County follows not only delivered these amazing results for our taxpayers, but as you've heard tonight, we've also delivered second-to-none services for our citizens. We're also moving ahead in a fiscally prudent manner to build our once every 200-year new county courthouse. Morris County remains one of the safest counties, with several of our towns ranking among the safest in the state and in the country. And we've seen a 40% reduction in crime in just the past 2 years. But Morris County did not stop there. As you heard from Sheriff Gannon, with his leadership and working with our county social services, multiple nonprofits, Morris County is providing hope, leading the way with our innovative Hope One mobile addiction program and Navigating Hope, both of which are nationally recognized. Let me conclude in one area where Morris County is also clearly number one. Listen closely. We hear the big issue of income inequality. Well, Morris County has a solution. It's called skills. I'm looking forward to returning as Freeholder Liaison to the County College of Morris and the Morris School of Technology, aka VOTEC. VOTEC is the #1 in New Jersey, one of the top 10 high schools in the country. Our County College of Morris is not only #1 in New Jersey, they have the highest alumni salaries, and is also ranked number 12 for serving adult learners. And this year we'll be cutting the ribbon and opening a new advanced engineering and manufacturing center at CCM. We lead the state in keeping taxes and spending low while reducing debt and delivering the highest quality of life. So let's get this decade started, and we're committed to make the best run county in New Jersey even better. Thank you and God bless.
I'd like to entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Please join us for a reception in the atrium. Thank you so much.